Hi everyone. In today's video, we will go over some common QT prolonging drugs. I feel it is challenging to remember all the possible drugs that can prolong QT interval, but I think it would be good to name a few, especially to be able to recognize them on board exams. So let's get right into it. Has anyone told you about the musical coming out soon by QT's musical theater productions? No? Okay, well, you have to go and watch it. It's called the anti-ABCDEO method. Yeah, I know. What a strange name for a musical. The name anti should help you remember drugs because they are treatments used to go against something, such as antibiotics is to treat bacterial infections. I even put a pill here by the A to help you remember. Look at the font style of the ABCDEO. Don't they remind you of musical notes? Now, ABCDEO will be the mnemonic for the drugs. And coincidentally, ABCDE are the musical notes in alphabetical order that are part of the A natural minor scale. I usually think of a minor scale having more of a sad sound. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be a sad musical. Now, this is a QT's musical theater productions, and their logo is a clementine, like the brand Cuties. So even though it's spelled as QTC, it's pronounced as Cuties. Look closely at the logo. You see the long peel on one end, supposed to mimic torsades de points on EKG, which is associated with prolonged QT interval. Just a review, a prolonged QTC is usually a QTC of over 450 milliseconds in men or over 460 milliseconds in women. And to help me remember that, I just think that women tend to live longer than men, so a longer QTC or higher number. Let's go over each of the letters in ABCDEO and what drugs they represent. First off, A stands for arrhythmics, so the antiarrhythmics, particularly class 1A and class 3. To represent the antiarrhythmics, I drew a heart drummer on the advertisement poster for the musical. He has an unusual expression. Well, I'll tell you, his rhythm is just off. I wonder if it's because of the sad music playing in the background. I guess the drummer was not expecting that. See the word sad next to the drummer to remind you of the sad background music. The letters SAD in SAD represent the three class 3 antiarrhythmics. S for Sodalo, A for amiodarone, and D for dofetilide. Hope the antiarrhythmics stick in your mind now. Let's look at the rest of the advertisement poster. B stands for biotics, so the antibiotics. B also reminds me of burger, like a Big Mac, and the Mac in this case represents macrolides. The flowers in the vase remind me of the fluoroquinolones, and the pine cones in the vases remind me of antifungals, which usually ends with conazoles, such as fluconazole. Next, C stands for psychotics, so the antipsychotics. I know that's not how it's spelled, but C and psych sound similar. See the psychic in the poster? Psychic reminds me of psychotics. There is an angel halo ring on top of the psychic. Well, the halo ring represents haloperidol, and that helps remind me of the typical antipsychotics. But it's kind of atypical to see an angel halo ring on top of a psychic, so hopefully that will prompt you to also think of atypical antipsychotics. Next, D stands for depressants and diarrhea, so the antidepressants and antidiarrheal. I guess the psychic foresees a sad musical. See the sad look on both the psychic and the dancer's faces? Antidepressants associated with QT prolongation include TCAs and SSRIs. The tricycle that the dancer is riding represents tricyclic antidepressant. Now look at the staging floor. Did someone have diarrhea? Think of the diarrhea content being shown on the lower part of the poster with loperamide and antidiarrheal. Although QT prolongation is usually linked with higher than recommended doses of loperamide. Next, E stands for emetics, so the antiemetics. The dancer is throwing up. Oh no! The dancer reminds me of the antiemetic on Dancitron. Lastly, the O stands for opioids, specifically methadone. Hence, the musical name ends with O method. And the opium poppy in the vase will remind me of opioids. Well, not sure if I sold you on the sad musical, but hopefully the next time you are asked what are some of the drugs that can cause QT prolongation, you will remember the anti-ABCDEO method by the QT's Musical Theater Productions. If you find this video helpful, please like or comment below, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you next time.